Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Section 8.4, Volumes of Rectangular Prisms Activity. Pause while you write Section 8.4 activity in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's activity objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is understand volume of rectangular prisms with fractional edge lengths. Copy the following key idea and example exactly as it appears into your notebook. Volume of a rectangular prism. The volume, capital V, of a rectangular prism is the product of the area of the base and the height of the prism. In algebra, that looks like a capital V equals a capital B times the height, or a capital V equals the length times the width times the height. Be careful when you write this and use a capital B times the height, because otherwise a lowercase b means something else. So be sure you write that as a capital B. Today we'll be starting on page 193 in your record and practice journal. Activity 1. Using a unit cube. The parallel edges of the unit cube have been divided into 2, 3, and 4 equal parts to create smaller rectangular prisms that are identical. So let's look at this carefully, and you see that if you look along the top edge, this has been divided into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you look along the tall edge, the height, it's been divided into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. And if you look along the lower edge, it's been divided into 2 equal parts. 1, 2. So that makes it so that it's divided into little rectangular prisms. So it says, draw one of these identical prisms and label its dimensions. So it doesn't mean draw the whole giant cube, it means draw one of the little rectangular prisms. So we're going to do that, and I will show you how. So just follow along with what I do. So we're going to draw the front of the rectangular prism. Draw it kind of down low so we'll have room to write, and then draw some diagonal lines back and connect those two, and then draw one that goes back for the bottom, and there you have your prism. And then since the top of this small rectangular prism is 1/4 of the entire big prism that we have, it's 1/4 unit, because they chopped that into 4 equal parts. And the side of it is 1/3 of the entire thing, so it's 1/3 unit. And the bottom is 1/2 unit, because they cut that into 2 equal parts. So our next step, it says, what fraction of the volume of the unit cube does one of these identical prisms represent? Use this value to find the volume of one of the identical prisms. Explain your reasoning. So when we look at the smaller unit cubes, we can see that each one of these is 1/24 of the bigger cube, because the bigger cube has been sliced into 24 pieces. So that answers the first question. What fraction of the volume of the unit cube does one of these identical prisms represent? So each prism, each small prism, equals 1/24. So it's 1/24th of the big prism. And then it says use that value to find the volume of one of the identical prisms. So one of the identical prisms would simply be 1/24th units cubed. So you would write that as 1/24th units with a 3 in the sky. So remember, when you're writing just a line, it's just the unit. And when you're writing area, it's units squared, but when you're writing volume, it's units cubed. So that's all you do. It's 1/24th units cubed. And if you did it mathematically, it would be the same thing. You would multiply 1/4 times 1/3 times 1/2, and that would equal 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 is 24. So you would just be multiplying those three numbers together, and you would come up with 1/24th. There is no written assignment for this flipped lesson. You must complete an exit slip to earn credit for it. Please remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you must complete your exit slip, come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed. Be prepared with any questions you have for the teacher, and always have a good attitude. We'll see you next time in class.